Hello everyone, welcome to another interesting mock interview that we are going to have with Mitesh. So Mitesh is actually working at Delhi Harry and he has around 3 to 4 years of experience, and we are going to have a great experience talking and building something together. So I think you are going to like it. Just ensure that you watch this video till the end because this is going to give you another level of interesting idea that how basically these interviews are tackled in industries, especially in product based. With that, without wasting any time, let me call. Hey Mitesh, how are you doing?
Yeah, hi Chirag, I am doing good.
Great. So Mitesh, before we get into the interview, so can you quickly introduce yourself, like where you are working, what you are doing, your
Yeah,
experiences, maybe, yeah, please.
hi everyone, I am Mitesh. I did my BTech in 2020. After that, I joined Subex. There, I worked for 7 months. We built a product similar to Excel sheets that is being used by telecom industry. The tech stacks we used were like TypeScript, Angular. After that, I joined Delivery. It's been more than 3 years here. Uh, Here mine like major contributions went to like we built a UI library, and then we built two product. One is delivery one and one is delivery direct. So delivery one is B2B product that is being used by D2C brands and e-commerce brands to ship their shipments from their stores to customers and customers to their stores. And like delivery one is C2C product that is being used by customers to ship shipments to their friends and relatives. We have used Vue.js, React.js, TypeScript, Tailwind, CSS. Yeah, and for like I have also contributed to some admin panels that is built in Angular. So
Awesome.
these
I
are
think that will be interesting discussion because as you mentioned, you have also contributed to somewhere on the UI library also.
yeah,
Awesome. So with that, without wasting time, can you share your screen and let's get started with the problem statement. Awesome. So what we are going to build, let's build a very small statement, right? So what you have to build, you have to build a stopwatch. So
okay,
where you have three buttons. One is you can start that particular, you can stop that, and you can pause and reset kind of a thing. So you can say buttons in order to get started the stopwatch. And you understand the stopwatch like, hey, you started for any of the games and whatnot, we
mm,
use this stopwatch. That is
yeah,
something that expectation is that you are going to.
okay, sure, yeah. So I have to build a stopwatch that have a start button, a stop button, reset button, and pause button. Okay,
Yes, that's correct.
okay. So start will be starting from zero. Okay, then stop. Okay, the stop will be stopping the counts. Fine. The reset and pause. Reset will make the count to the zero, and pause will be
Temporary.
pause will be pause. Okay, okay, sure. And fine. I have to show the milliseconds or what?
You can go with a second. Like you don't have to go at a millisecond level. Let's do a
Okay,
stopwatch at a second level.
seconds.
Yeah.
So I have to only display the seconds or like it's minutes and hours.
So let's go with the second, and if needed, we will enhance that logic to convert into second and minute kind of a thing. But for now, let's get started with second completely.
Okay, and like if once click on pause, right, its text should be changed to resume, right?
Yes. So the start should change to resume. Or you
Okay,
can take
okay,
anything. Like start is only once, and then you can toggle with the pause and resume. That also works.
okay,
Completely fine. So this is a React environment. So I'm
yeah,
expecting you to build this application, a small application in the React. So
okay.
go ahead.
So uh, so I can use ref for maintaining the timers.
Mhm.
Const let's see, time equal to use ref, and we will be assigning it 0, and let's import use ref from here. And fine. So now what I will be doing is I can use effect since like I will have to also clean and all. So I firstly, okay, let's build some buttons. Uh, so I have let's see here h1. Inside h1 I will be showing the times, whatever time is there. Okay, and uh, here I have a button,
Mhm.
and so okay, and inside this I will be displaying okay, so this that should be the use state only. Okay, fine. So I will have to use state because it's need to update there. Okay, so fine. So it will be set time, right? And I will be displaying it here, and this button, let's see, start. Okay,
Mhm.
why I am getting there must be okay. So yeah, so I can add some parent to all this. Okay, now it's fine. So as soon as I start, right? So I will like to okay. So as soon as I click on the start, is it being displayed below or not?
Yes, the
So
output will be visible on the bottom.
so I have to click on run code, then only it will be visible, right? Is it
Try executing run. Ideally, you go to preview, it should be visible.
okay? If I go to preview the
So
check project okay,
if it is throwing some error, then there could be some
okay,
technical error.
okay. Uh,
Yeah.
so okay, fine. So fine. Let's put inside some div, okay, and give some margin to it for the better look. Uh, style we can add, and margin we can add as of let's see 10 pixel, 100 pixel. Yeah. Okay, fine. So as soon as we click on the start, right? We should call the function. Let's say const start equal to okay, and what I can do, I can on
Hmm.
set interval. What I will be doing, I will be incrementing the time. Okay, so I will have to set timeout, and I can have time plus one after every 1000 milliseconds. I can do 1000 milliseconds. I can do so. Okay, this is fine. So this will work, but we have this set time interval, right? Okay, so we can okay. Let's talk about that later. Clearing. So maybe I can put some timer ID and use ref and I can assign it here. So like dot current so that I can clear it in future if it's required.
Okay.
So and now I can on click and on click I can do I can call this function on start. So let's see if it's working. Yeah, I think yeah it's updated. Okay, so but it's not updating after each 1 second. Uh, fine. So set time interval, set time. I am implementing. Okay. So but if I click, then Okay, it's re-rendering and all. Okay, fine.
It's 1 2 1 2 1 2. What is it?
One, two. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, okay, fine. So this is a start, right? Uh,
Yep.
okay. Mm, so it's going 1 2 1 2. So I have given this zero, right? So is it something in the set time plus one I am doing every time. So it's re-rendering, but like it will be preserving the value. So like uh, should I try? Is it like after each re-rendering, is time getting to zero?
Okay, so if you need help, you can always seek and you can say that, hey, can you help me on this area? I will be happy to do that, right? If you
Yeah,
wanted to try out debug something, just give a
yeah.
shot and try to debug.
So yeah, that's I am not getting this why 1 2 1 2 is coming here.
Mhm.
Yeah. So like should I like use use ref for that for time and all, because is something happening with the re-rendering or is some other error is there?
So it is something else, that is for sure, right?
Okay.
Now, one thing I wanted to check, as you said, can I use ref? So
Yeah.
can you help me the major difference between the way we use state and use ref? Like, what is the major difference you will see?
Use use ref, right? Like its value it's it's memorize the value between the re-renders.
It memoize the value between the re-render, or it does something else? Like, what is
Uh,
the main difference between use ref and use state? Is it a memoization or something else?
uh, the value which we don't require for the re-rendering, we use ref.
Or can we use a better way to represent, saying that use in whenever there is a change in use ref, there is no state change, there is no re-render basically that happens.
Yeah, no re-render happens.
That is
Yes.
what you meant, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
So in that case, if you make any changes in the use ref, you won't be able to update automatically the
Update
number.
on.
That is a
Yeah, yeah,
challenge that you will face, right?
yeah, yeah,
So ideally, with a state, it should work, right?
yeah. Okay,
So
okay,
okay, can you try debugging? I can give you a hint around.
okay.
I can
Yeah,
give you a hint where. So consider this example. I'm making a small modification over here,
okay,
and let's see if you can actually get the
okay,
actual challenge over
okay,
here. So
okay,
what I meant by, to take this example where you have set timeout, you have this, right?
okay.
So
Yes.
can you try checking inside the set interval what is the value of time that you are getting?
Okay.
Try to do,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Try to
Okay.
do what is the value of time that you are getting.
Time I am getting.
If
Yes,
you are
yes.
getting the right value, then
Mm,
probably something else is a problem. If you are not getting the right value,
yeah,
then the problem is
yeah,
here, isn't it?
yeah, yeah. Sure. So if from where I can see the console here,
You can check in the browser console itself. Like that.
okay, time zero. Okay, so every time the zero is coming.
Why?
Okay.
So now you
Uh,
see, you
mm,
are trying to do a set time and you
yeah,
are putting the time plus one. Your still value of time state is
time
zero.
zero. Yes.
Something is messed up, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Something is not working as per your expectation. What is that?
Yes. Okay. So okay. So set timeout. So time is not updating. Okay. Fine. So okay. So should I try like a time as a use ref and a zero? Okay, and I will be uh, calling this set timeout with that time with plus one. Maybe that can work.
Let's first solve the state problem. If needed, we
Okay.
can always go to ref, right? But
Okay.
we should know why this state way is not working.
Okay.
Because we want our component to re-render. We don't want it to play with the DOM element.
Okay. Okay.
Let's give
Sure.
a shot. Let's try to figure it out. What is the problem?
Okay. So time is not updating. It's always coming as 0 here.
Hmm?
Uh, so what can be reason? We are passing this set time, right? So I am passing this time plus 1. So if it's coming for the 0, it should set time as a 1,
Hmm?
but it's setting it 1. Uh, it's setting it as 1 because it's displaying here. Okay, so but again coming, so the time value is itself uh, is 0. Not getting it, like why it's not updating.
Hmm? If you notice, in so somewhere your time got updated outside,
Yeah,
and hence it is getting rendered, you
yeah,
rightly mentioned.
yes,
But
yes.
on the other side, your
Okay,
last set interval is not getting the updated value of time.
yes, yes, got it. Now got it. Yeah.
What is the problem?
So yeah, inside the set time interval, we pass this, right, this time. So the reference for this is not getting updated. What I think, this inside this
And
callback, this time is not getting updated.
what could be the reason and how to fix it?
Okay, okay. So mm,
Okay, let me
uh,
give you a hint, if
yeah,
that works.
yeah.
Do you know the callback way of updating a state?
Uh,
Like, one is you can directly pass the final value to update the state. Second is you can pass the function in order to update the state. Do you know that?
Pass the function to update. Okay, so okay. So you are telling that I should be defining the function here, and like I
Not exactly over there. I meant
okay,
by line number 14, when you are doing a set time.
yeah, yeah.
Instead of
So
taking that
ins-
time plus one, can you do something with the previous props? Something, if you can recall.
okay, okay. So yeah, yeah. So let's see. Okay, okay. So what we get something. Okay, we get some previous time here, and I think like this we can try. See, okay. Is there any error?
Do you wanted to make it conflicting, or you wanted to make it simple?
So it's not previewing. No, not any error, right? Yeah,
So what I meant by, you have time variable
yeah.
inside also, and in the outer scope as well. So
Okay,
you
okay,
wanted to simplify
okay,
that.
okay, okay. So let's see previous time, and so here, what is this? Preview is not coming. This one is fine, right? We are getting the previous time and we are updating.
Which is okay. Let's see why the outcome is not. What could be the problem?
Okay, so uh, let's run the code and see. F is not a function. At this, uh, F is not a function. F is not defined. So,
Try to check the line number where it is saying. Try to debug in that line.
okay, okay, line number 19.3. So line number 19 it's saying, but line number 19 we don't have.
On the
So
left hand side, in the starting of your function, you started something, but you did not end up.
oh,
Yeah.
oh
So those small things sometimes kills you a lot of time in interview.
yeah, yeah.
Right.
So yeah, it's working now. Yes.
So I think
Okay.
you realize the mistake that
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. So yeah, in like inside this call function, like the time was not updated one. I was not getting. That was the problem.
Go ahead. Add more functionality to it.
So let's do pause. Okay. So if we go for the pause, right? Pause, and so I can define const pause equal to, okay. So pause means we will be Okay, here I need to write the pause. Okay, and let's see. Uh, okay, clear this one. Okay, fine. Uh, so let's see. Give some margins. So style margin left, margin left. 5 to 4 pixel. Okay. So yeah, fine. So pause. What we'll be doing? It will be pausing this. Okay. So fine. Uh, we okay. Left before pause. Let's see reset one. Okay. Reset. So I can have reset here. So reset. Okay. Const reset. Fine. So reset means turning the timer to 0. Okay. So set timeout. Set time. I will be passing as 0. Fine. And also I will be clearing the interval. Okay. So clear interval. And what I will be doing. So I have timer id dot current, right?
Mhm.
I can uh, I can clear this using this one. Okay. So uh, so what I can do, I can call the reset. Fine. So let's see if it works. Okay. So I have started. So it's went to 3 seconds and then resets. Yeah, this is working fine. Now I have start and then stop. Stop means I have stopped and clear the interval also, but the time will not update to 0, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so what I can do, uh, reset, and this is stop. So set time. We will be not resetting the time. We will be just clearing the interval. Okay, and uh, so fine. This is a stop. Okay,
Mhm.
and this is stop. Okay, so stop will be only stopping the timer. It will not make that 0. Okay, so let's see. I have done things. Okay, fine. So it went to 1 to 3. Then if I click on a stop, it's printing 4 and it's got a stop. Okay, and now the pause one. Okay, so pause one may I have to again start the interval. Okay, so firstly I can what I can do now. Okay, so I'll be not resetting the time. I'll be clearing the interval and again I'll keep updating the times. Okay, fine. That what I can do. So let's see. Remove this console. Fine. Fine. So this pause, right? Pause means I don't have to reset the time. I have to again. So pause means firstly remove the previous interval. Okay. So I am clearing the interval. Okay. And now okay. So pause means I am clearing the interval. And okay, if already interval is okay, fine. If already some interval is going,
Mhm.
so I will be clearing that interval. Okay, and okay, and if there is not any interval already, right? I'll again start. Okay, so I'll again start the this interval. Okay, so fine. So again I can start the intervals. Yeah, this should work. Let's see what about the pause. Okay, firstly I have no. So for the pause I am calling pause, right? So pause, it has paused to 6 seconds, right?
Mhm.
And again if I click on the pause, uh, it's not updating. Okay, so it's not updating. Okay, so maybe due to like let me check what the previous time I am getting here. Uh, so mm, yeah, let's start. Okay, and if I click on the pause, okay, and if I again click on the pause, okay, so let me check firstly if okay, okay, so I need to like if I am clearing the interval, I need to set it as null also. Okay, so let's see now if it's working. Click start.
Mm-hmm.
If I click on the pause, again click on the pause. 12. Okay, 2 seconds. It's incrementing to 2 seconds. Why it's incrementing to 2 seconds?
Do you know why?
Okay. Uh, so I am checking the timer ID. So it's updating to 2 seconds. I have already cleared this one, previous one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Previous one I have already cleared. Then I am creating the new interval. Then why it's updating to 2 seconds? Okay. So should I let me check what's happening? Is it being called two times? No, it's not get called. So if I return, okay, and if I do console dot log, and if I do the previous time, okay, okay, and now if I do console, yeah, start, and if I what is missing semicolon, okay, let's see if I do pause, and if I again click here,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so this time is also being consoled from where it's I have not consoled the time, right? Console, where is this console? Only one console I have done, but it's consoling this zero also. So is
Maybe
it
try saving it one more. Try
okay?
manually
Yes.
saving and doing a run code properly. Let's see if that fixes.
Okay, okay, okay. So okay, start. So stop. Okay,
Maybe do one thing. You can just reload the
okay,
app in case something is messed up.
okay.
The reload
From here, the code will not go, right?
code will go. Even I have taken a backup.
Okay, okay. Reload. Fine.
Reduce the
Okay,
section on the left hand side so that you can see the code well.
sure. Okay, fine. So this one is fine. Now, if I am starting, okay, and if I click on the pause, and if I again click on the pause, yeah, it's fine. It's working fine. Uh,
It's working fine.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, so now consider example. Let's enhance this application a bit.
Okay,
So there are some applications that you have seen that you have some subscription or some timer which is going on. You can
okay,
only stop this timer two times. Like if you try to stop
okay,
more than two times, then it will you will be kicked out from the game. Right? Those kind of
okay,
restrictions sometimes we have seen in applications. Like
okay,
limitations. It's not like when you play the chess game and whatnot. There is always some limitations to that. How many times you can kind of
okay,
limitation you wanted to do. Like in
okay.
our case, I am going to say pause and play
Hmm.
can only be done, say, suppose two times.
Okay. So okay. So start and pause, right? can only be
Once you
do.
start it, the pause and resume can be done
Okay.
only two times. Like only two times you can pause basically, and
Mhm.
if you try to pause and resume more than two times, then it
Okay.
is going to throw you and say
Okay.
that hey, you can't do that.
Okay. 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 So okay, fine. So pause, pause, then resume, then pause, then resume. Right?
Two times. Like
This. Okay.
in short, only two time resume can be done.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Got it. And like, if he's trying thrice, then what we need to do?
Show an error, maybe alert that this is not allowed.
Okay. 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 So okay. So pause. Right. So we can have some something like okay. So we can have something like count of resume. Okay. And what we can do. So okay. So if here only, right, I can have count dot current, count dot current value equal to plus plus, right? Okay. So firstly, what I'll be doing, okay, fine. I'll be checking else if if
Like even
this.
stop is also not allowed.
So what we can do, we can have check for this one. Okay. So okay, you are telling that for a stop also we will be allowing to.
Stop. Because if you stop, then you are in a dead end situation, right? You won't be
Okay.
able to do anything.
Okay. So two times stop also, two times resume also. Okay. So okay, fine. Okay. So I I can have two variables like this. Okay, and I will be updating on each stop and in each resume, and like I will be checking before like doing the uh during the like if again he is stopping, then I will be consoling that like you are not allowed
Can't
like
we?
that.
Can't you just leverage one?
Okay. So can't we? So okay, fine. So
Just one variable in order to do the both the thing.
okay, so like, can I use object for that? So
But why?
like,
Like
okay,
why? I'm saying, can't we have just simple number as a number that you have said? Can't we
mhm.
just leverage that? Like why do you want it to maintain two different identifier in order to do
Okay,
that?
okay,
Okay, tell me, what is
yeah,
your source of truth? Like if I have given that limit only two times that is allowed. So
okay.
what is that two time which is allowed? What matters? Pause or resume? Out of these, if I have to say which is a critical information
Two
for you,
two times resume,
two time
resume.
resume, right?
Yeah. Mhm,
Hardly matter. If you have two time resume,
mhm.
then you can't do either of these things, which is neither you can do a pause or
Okay,
resume.
okay,
Did
okay,
you get it?
okay. So yeah, that's fine. That will work for this pause. Okay, and for a stop two times, right? How can we do?
Pause and resume. None of the other button is going to be impacted. Only the thing which is going to impact is pause and resume, the same function that you're talking about, right? You have to just add conditions in this for now.
Okay. So okay, so this one is fine, and I can check this if this one
Where do
is
you want it to check is only the situation is where do you want it to make that check? If you add this check at the right place, your job is done.
okay, okay,
So you are
okay,
increasing it at the right place where at the time of resume you are increasing the counter, which is perfectly fine.
okay, okay, okay,
But
got it.
where do you want it to keep this check so that none of this basically executes
Okay,
in case you have
so
reached a limit of two?
okay, so like I can't start again, right?
Yeah, like
So
pause and
here,
resume, nothing will work.
so here can I can do, but like count, yeah, count I need to plus it here, and here I can add the if count of resume is
You don't have to worry about start. Forget about start. Right now, only concentrate on resume and pause button, which is the same button, right?
yeah,
This is your toggle. Your pause
mm,
actually works as a toggle, right?
yeah, yes,
Concentrate on that.
yeah. So if I add this code here also, it will work. It will not allow to like.
Ideally,
resume.
your start should not be allowed even for one also. Like irrespective of once it is started, you can't again start. It should be disabled or something.
So no, so I am like I am counting the count of resume here. Okay, so this is good for resume, right? And in each resume, right? I am calling this the start, so I can uh like add the code here for this one.
Oh, but got it. But a person can still do a pause, isn't it?
A person can do a pause. Yes, person
Line
can do
number
a pause.
21
Okay,
can,
okay.
it
So
can be
okay,
executed.
okay.
No need
So
to stop.
okay, so pause can also be not done. Okay, fine. So here we can do pause uh, console dot log not allowed to pause like this.
And do you wanted to do something else in this particular condition? It is just console.log. It doesn't stop you to go ahead.
Okay, it's I should return it. Yes. Yeah.
Got it. So one last thing. Do you see anything that can be optimized in line number 43? The way you have defined these functions.
43.
Like
Okay.
43, 44, 45. The way you have defined these functions, is there any way or anything
Mm.
that you wanted to optimize?
Okay. Okay. So I have defined different functions for all this. Okay. Uh, so
When I say optimize, I'm talking about performance optimization, not the code optimization.
okay. So okay. So you are talking about these optimizations.
Not that. The way
Okay.
you have declared your function. My
Okay. 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 We can add use callback, but like yeah.
got it. Great. So I'm done with the sort of question that I have. If you have anything to ask, feel free to ask.
Uh, no, I am good for now.
Perfect. So if this is a real interview and if suppose I was taking that interview, there are certain things I just wanted to highlight. One, uh, there are multiple places where I have to actually help you in debugging, right? So you may or may not get the interview on the other side, which is actually helping you on the debugging side.
Yeah.
People may let you waste the time and
Right.
basically end up the interview in a negative, as a
Right.
negative. So there are sometimes when you feel you are stuck, try to
Mm.
do two things. One, either ask, hey, can you help me out? I'm stuck somewhere. Can you give me some hint or suggestion, basically, which can help you to move? Or if you feel like I know something I have done but could not relate in terms of the syntax and whatnot, you can ask, hey, can I leverage the internet in order to just check there is something which I am missing over here, which I know should work, right?
Yeah.
That is the other important thing. The other thing which I would suggest is putting your thought process well. When I say thought process well, which is like I should use state or a ref, both works. But
Mm.
when you have to basically like talk about those options, you should be able to justify that very well. Else it
Yeah.
is like, if this not work, let me try something else and get the application up and working, right? Apart from that, if I have to see, these are certain improvement area, but apart from that, you are able to solve most of the part of thing. The thing which I like, you took care of the, there is an interval, then I have to clear those interval as well. That is something which I like. The way you try to reuse those functions, although some hints are sometimes given in terms of, hey, can we optimize those things? So reusing your function is something which is good part which I see. Overall it's good, but yes, I will leave this option to people who are watching this. If you have to basically, based on the feedback and the experience, if you have to say either we should select Mitesh or reject Mitesh, right? So it's just a mock interview, guys, it's just an experience, but still if you have to say that either it is a reject side or the you can say accept side, so what it is going to be. So put down in the comment and let me know. So basically, what you feel for a person who has around 3 years of experience. This is the interview that if you are going to face, then what you should be giving as an offer. So I will be waiting for your final feedback. With that, thanks a lot, Mitesh, for chipping in. I know it takes a lot of dare to randomly come and basically jump into, hey, you have something crazy coming around. So it takes guts, and I really respect that. Thanks a lot once again. I hope everyone is going to love this. So thanks.
Yeah. Thanks, Chirag, for your time and taking the mock interviews. Yeah. Thanks.
I hope you enjoyed, you learned
Yeah.
something from the interview. Great.
Yeah.
With that, see you. Bye bye. Thanks a lot.
Yeah.